What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Matt and Kim. I mentioned before when I reacted to a couple of their other tunes, they're two of my favorite people in the world. They're super positive, they're super friendly, they're super energetic. They met in college in New York and sort of started to make independent, like DIY music. He's on keyboard, she's on drums, and their first few albums have this very like punk pop sound, not pop punk, but punk pop. And you know, it's very keyboard heavy, it's very fast and energetic, it's very sort of like raw and just natural DIY, as I said. Over time, their albums have sort of progressed to what I would call more of a hip-hop sound, you know, blending hip-hop rhythms and sort of pop influences, but still with sort of their keyboard kind of energetic and electric sound. I saw them in concert before. It was one of the most amazing experiences ever. They are a couple as well, and they just, you know, their social media posts and their like obvious like passion for each other is clear, like in the music, but also in their stage interaction and so on. So yeah, they're some of the coolest people ever. This song is interesting though. It's right sort of on the border. I'm trying to remember if this is their third or fourth album. Give me 1 second. But we're talking about their album Lightning. So this is, okay, it's from 2012, and it is their fourth album, that's right. They had a self-titled one. I have all their albums, and they're all fantastic, but like I said, there is a sort of progression. But yeah, the self-titled, then Grand, then Sidewalks, and then Lightning here. And overall, this album is definitely moving more to that hip-hop sound, but this track called Now, the second track on the album, and wanted to give a shout out to the artwork. If you can see, I've recently started to get some of my Matt and Kim up here. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with Sidewalks and a couple of the other album covers, because you know, I'm running out of real estate here. But yeah, this album, 2012, majority of it sounds hip-hop, but now it really captures their early sort of punk pop sound. It's like fast, it's energetic, it's electric sounding. So yeah, that's what we're going to listen to. Lyrically, I don't remember a lot about it. A lot of their lyrics are kind of like thematic more than necessarily, you know, having like deep and like, you know, problematic like political themes or social themes. They're often about sort of like personal experiences or emotions attached to another person, or sort of like scene painting, or like lines that, you know, they clearly come from some personal reference, some like, you know, a night where one specific thing happened. Oh, you left your tape in my tape player, and it becomes this kind of like about the mythology of particular experiences that you've had. So a lot of their lyrics are sort of in that vein. I don't remember the lyrics from this one specifically, but I wouldn't put it past them to have songs of like, you know, greater social relevance and so on. I just remember that a lot of their stuff has this feel of like, they're speaking to personal experiences and sort of emotions and kind of themes in their walkways of life. But yeah, this tune is called Now. It's by Matt and Kim, 2012, on their album Lightning. And we'll see if I can catch any lyrics that, you know, maybe fill in some of the blanks here. Ooh. Come on. Love that, like, kind of fragmented, choppy synth melody. Waits for no one. Could be a Carpe Diem song, like, hey, let's live in the moment, because we're not going to be here forever, and things are never going to be perfect. We can't wait for them to be perfect, so let's take advantage of the now. Maybe. Remember that sort of like aerial missile kind of sound, and it leads back into the fast percussion again. I love that. Shout out to Kim's drumming. extra vulnerability, that one spot where you can actually get hurt. Exactly. Okay. Things aren't perfect, but let's make tonight worth it. Let's embrace the now. Carpe diem. Although, maybe the drums come back? I don't remember. I think they do. Like know who's won. Oh, I love Matt coming in over the top like that. Love it. It really is one of my favorite songs by them. And again, I'm sort of like embarrassed that I didn't remember it really is sort of that carpe diem. Like, hey, you know, time waits for no one. We don't have a whole lot of time out here in the sun, meaning time that we are alive. So, you know, even if we can't wait for things to be perfect, even if things aren't always in the right place, even if there is a hole in my sock, which, again, you could take more literally or metaphorically, let's make tonight work. Let's make something of it. Let's do something memorable that we'll always be able to look back on as long as we are here and appreciate that we just, you know, put ourselves out there, took a risk and did it. So, yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to the Carpe Diem sentiment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you enjoy the sonics. I especially like that sort of choppy, kind of like winding sort of synth rhythm or synth melody. Really fantastic. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if there's another tune on this album or any Matt and Kim tune you'd like to hear reacted to. I have all their material, all their studio albums. I used to have a vinyl of the remix album that they did. I eventually sold it. It was one of the ones that I had to sell, but I did rip all the tunes, and this time I ripped them in 320 because it was more recently. So yeah, even if there's one of the remixes that you'd like to hear, do shout it out. Other than that, thank you for listening and watching. I do appreciate it. Have a good day, have a good night, and I'll see you next time.